Hi there, this is Mrs. Piper, and we are getting ready to start our 1-point perspective cityscape. And in order to begin, we need to make sure you have all of your supplies. You will again need your 9x12 paper. This can come straight out of your sketchbook, or you can leave it in your sketchbook and work directly in there. You will also need your ruler, your pencil, and an eraser if it's not already on your pencil. Okay, I'm going to get straight to work. We're going to first establish our vanishing point, and in this instance, I'm going to just ballpark it. I would like for it to be above center, but sort of in the middle here. So I'm just going to randomly place a dot kind of close to my center point. I'm going to make it a little bit darker so you can see it. And that's going to become my vanishing point for this composition. Now I'm going to immediately get started on creating my buildings. You're looking up towards the sky, and I'm going to start by placing a line to the vanishing point down to the bottom of my paper. I'm going to do another line down to the bottom of my paper. I am not measuring. I'm just kind of ballparking it because it does not have to be precise or exact. You're going to be able to put buildings wherever you want around the composition. I just happen to be starting here. In the middle, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to center a thinner portion of this building. So I'm going to draw a line from the vanishing point down off the page, and then I'm going to try to center it. That looks about right. Now this is going to become a skyscraper, and you know that all of the lines that do not go back in space to the vanishing point must be parallel to the picture plane. So in this instance, my picture plane is going to be the window into which I'm looking. So all of my windows in this building are going to be parallel to the picture plane, which means they're going to be going straight across. So I'm going to start right about up here, and I'm going to make the top of this building right there, and then I'm going to start erasing lines so that I can tell what part of my composition I'm already using. Again, I'm making sure my ruler is parallel to the picture plane. If you're concerned, you can always measure. In this instance, I am coming up about, let's say, 6.5 inches. So I'll mark over here 6.5, and again, you do not have to measure. This is just if you want to be exactly precise. 6.5 inches there, and now I'm going to go across. This is going to become the top of this skyscraper. Okay? Don't erase your vanishing point. You'll need it for the next buildings, right? Now, we can see from this image that the height of the building is very tall. So the floors that are way up at the top of the building are going to be thinner, more narrow than the ones that are closer to us down here on the ground. So I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to sketch in some floors, and every time I get closer to the ground level, I'm going to make the windows or the floors a little bit taller. So if you'll notice, this was super thin. This one's a little bit thicker. This one's going to get a little bit thicker still. Again, I'm keeping it parallel to the picture plane, which means I'm going straight across. So I'm going to add in my windows. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and continue this off camera because I don't want to waste your time, but I'm continuing my lines parallel to the picture plane straight across to finish the floors of this building. I will finish these off camera, and before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and sketch in another building, maybe over here to the side. If I'm going to go straight across, maybe I'll put one parallel to the vanishing point. Do a line there. Again, that's going to the vanishing point. This one's going to the vanishing point. To the vanishing point. Let me do one more. So this will become another building. Actually, let me do 4. I'm going to make it a fancy building. So I'll make it 4 deep. One more. I'll go up. Again, I am not measuring anything. If you would like to be precise, you can measure, make sure these are all the same. But again, this is just another tall building that I'm going to make into a skyscraper. I'm going to put one off to the side here, and I'm going to put another one over here. So what I'd like to do is take just a few minutes to draw several lines radiating from the vanishing point so that I can kind of sketch in my buildings around the composition. So I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to draw in several lines radiating or going back to the vanishing point. These are my orthogonal lines, but instead of being the back of the box, it's actually going to be the sides of the buildings. So this is where I'm going to stop for right now, and I will see you in a little bit after I've drawn a few more lines. Thank you for watching.